Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, to your channel. So today we're going to be talking about the med board process and the things that you need to be looking at from your doctor, from your physicians, whatever the case may be, guys. And then why I am bringing this video to you guys is because in the past I put a couple of videos of people that asked me, hey, my med board, I put a video about something med board, and then I got like 50 emails of people asking me specifics about the med board process. I'm about a couple of weeks from releasing the 10 series videos that I talked to you about it, and in very detail, guys. I haven't done it yet because I still have a chain of command, and you know how that kind of things can turn. But as soon as I get my DD214, I will be posting that video for you guys to have a clear understanding, okay? And then I will give you my own experience through my med board, which some of you guys might be shocked, okay? So let's begin with the problems, guys. Why some soldiers, airmen, marines, sailors, whatever the case may be, why they receive a medical separation, or med board as we call it, okay? So it's because they fail to meet their physical demands for their MOS based on whatever regulation, okay? In my case, I do have problems in my back, problems in my knees that I suffer while not doing my first MOS, because my first MOS was finance. I was a finance clerk, but during my second MOS, I went to be in transportation. I went to be an 88 hotel, stevedore, for you guys out there that might know. And that I was assigned to Fort Bragg, and that job, it killed me. It really killed me. I was an E5, young E5. I got 15 guys assigned to me. 2 lines, yeah, 15 guys, 14 or 15 guys. And it was me and another NCO, Patrick, and guys, what the heck? I mean, I was broken. You know what I'm talking about, and me being the type of soldier that I am, type of NCO, that I was wanted to have my team in a good standing, and I wanted to have my goals accomplished, and I wanted to send my guys on time home. So I didn't just tell my soldiers, say go ahead, do that. I go check at 4 o'clock, and then when I check at 4 o'clock, everything is jacked up, and then I need to stay with them 3 more hours to redo everything. No. From the beginning, I told my NCO, who by the way was a real asshole. I told the guy, this is my goals, this is what I'm gonna do for you, but I need you to tell me 1, 2, and 3 what you really need in order for me to go home early, in order for me to go home on time, okay? And then when I say early, I want to say on time. Early is 5 o'clock. On time is 6:30, because yes, we work, guys. We work. You have no idea. I was there from 2006 to 2009, and we deployed once for 15 months. I gotta tell you guys, it wasn't easy. It was not easy. But let's go back, now that you know the background on me. Let's go back to the med board process, or what you need to, things that you might need to think about it. So I talked to you guys about why a soldier might get separated is because they fail to meet the physical standards for that MOS or for that job or whatever. It's the same across the border for any job. I know the on the Air Force there's all the rules based on the profiles. The profiles for the Army are not the same for the Air Force. On the Air Force, you need to have a condition that will not fix itself within a year, and then after the year they review it, and then you got to do what you got to do. Perfect, got it, guys. But something that you need to know, something that you need to be aware of, is that the doctors, they have a chain of command, just like you, just like me right now, and they have to report numbers. And it's very difficult right now in this time in 2018, September 20 of 2018. It's very difficult for doctors, physicians, to tell their chain of command, oh, that soldier is no good. because we need numbers. Right now, the Army is still growing. It wasn't like 2 years ago. Right now, the Army is growing. Still, the Air Force, they're growing, and they're trying to keep the soldiers as much as long as they can. Okay, and if you're an NCO, if you are an officer, you know, if you're a platoon leader, you know, 01, 2, 03, or E5 to E7, you have it difficult, very difficult, because the doctors are looking at you like you're an asset to the Army. And they should not be looking at you like that. They should be looking at you like you're just a patient. But guys, we know it's not always like that. You know, 9 out of 10 times, they're gonna look at you like you are just an asset to the Army. And then, and some of these doctors are paramilitary. Like in my case, I got multiple doctors who were retired, who were paramilitary, and when they talk to me like I was their soldier. Like they were my NCO or my commander, you know. And then I was like, in many occasions, I was like, "Hey, sir, you need to back up, because I don't work for you, okay? This is not, you don't have it. This is not it. You are my doctor." And then it was very difficult. It took a lot of intestinal fortitude. But guess what? Once they understood that I wasn't playing, then they begin to treat me a little bit, not just a whole lot different, but a little bit different. And let me tell you guys, it was difficult. I am not joking. It was very, very difficult. So I'm looking at some fencing right now. I might have to do some fencing in my house. That looks really good. Anyway, you know, I mean multitasking right now. I am super multitasking. So so when I talked to these doctors and I told those guys, hey, you need to treat me like a patient, not as a soldier. Well, not as one of your soldiers. You need to take care of me. They kind of back up, and then they're like, you know, not all of them. Some of them I have to go to patient advocacy. How you call that? How you say that word? Patient advocacy. I think that's the right word, the right way to say it. Because they were like challenging back. You know, they were like, oh, you know, and then there's and then what? You know, at the beginning, the first thing they say is when I was in the Army. When I was in the Army, and I was like, wait a second. You're comparing my condition to your condition, and that rather give me enough leverage for me to go to patient advocacy, to the nurse, to their chain of command, and tell them, hey, I am having a situation, I'm having back problem, I am having this, and this, I'm having these kind of conditions, and the doctor is treating me based on using his own experience, personal experience, as a basis to tell me if I am sick or no. I think that's totally unfair. And then I have to put it on paper more than 3 times. I think it was 4 or 5 times with 4 or 5 different doctors, because I see many doctors. And let me tell you something. It's not that they're bad people. It's not that they're bad doctors. They're great doctors. They're great people, but they have a mentality. They have a brain going, you know, and their brain is telling them to act one way. They haven't fully transitioned to be doctors and taking care of people. The difference of care between a civilian and a soldier is totally different. You know, you go to your doctor for paining your knee, and then your civilian doctors wants to send you to get an X-ray, get an MRI. They want to do this, want to do this test, they want to do some physical therapy, they want to do a bunch of things. If you have a good insurance, by the way, you know, like we do. We do have TRICARE, you know, and we pay for TRICARE, even though people say, oh, TRICARE is for free. No, TRICARE is not for free. TRICARE is part of your entitlements, and the Department of Defense put millions and millions of dollars into their budget. So those doctors get paid by the hour when you go over there, you know. So just let me somebody go. One of the things that you need to know is that, you know, this TRICARE ain't free. You know, you're paying for it with every minute that you put into the service. You know, so you as a soldier, you need to request and demand the best care possible, okay, by those doctors. Demand. Most of us, we just go to to what we call sick call or sick bay, or we go to see the doctor for X, Y, or Z reasons, and the doctors go ahead and they give you some pills that they won't do shit, and they know they won't do shit, and they give you 1 day or 2 days of rest, maybe 3 days, and then they will tell you, come back to duty the following day. And soldiers are so stupid, and yes, I'm gonna say they're so stupid because they take that. They take that kind of and I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone. They take that kind of how you call it, diagnostic. It took me years, guys, to realize that I've been wrongly diagnosed by these doctors. Every time they send me back home with some muscle relaxers and some patches for your back. Those patches for your back is a temporary fix to a more longer and more difficult problem, guys. And it wasn't until I decided to challenge the doctors and take my health into my own hands that I wasn't able to get the treatment that I really needed. Okay. So in about 2015, in May 2015, I have an episode, a really bad episode of PTSD. I'm not ashamed to say that I do have PTSD, and it was I was driving. I was actually on the military base on my truck, trying to make a left turn into a parking lot for me to go to my office. And I sneeze, and then the next thing I know is, to me, it was like an eternity. But it was terrible. It was very terrible, guys, and it got me where I'm at right now. Anyway, I don't want to continue talking about that. Maybe in another video. Yeah, and I start going to the doctors, and then that's when my wife started telling me, hey, you need to tell these people that they need to give you real treatment. And then it wasn't until that moment that I took my health and my medical care into my own hands. Because when I was going to the doctors and they were giving me 24-hour rest and then some water and some pills, I was like, no, doctor. No, doctor, you can do that to anybody else that is willing to accept that treatment, but not me. You even give me a real diagnostic like a doctor that you are, or give me another doctor. And they look at you sideways. They're like, Sergeant, what do you think you're doing? Whatever. And I was like, with all due respect, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm not here trying to be disrespectful. I'm just here trying to get better. And I don't believe that painkillers and rest will alleviate a pain that after I stop taking that medication will come back after 24 hours. Of course, because your medicine is in your system, and then after you take your last pill, it takes 24, 40 hours to flush, and then you go back to the same time, to the same place. The one thing you gotta do, guys, is you gotta maintain your I want to get a word for respect. I don't want to say respect. You gotta stay composed, and you cannot disrespect these decisions, because as soon as you do that, it won't be no mentor. It will be a Article 15, and then we know what I'm talking about, or whatever they call it in different. It will be some kind of UCMJ actions against you guys or against anyone. So make sure that you're mindful when you're talking to people. Make sure that you do the right thing. Make sure that you don't disrespect nobody. And then if you are just that crazy that you don't care, it will reflect. It will reflect on how your benefits will go back to you. So that's one thing I want to tell you. The other thing I want to tell you guys is that it's difficult, guys. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for these doctors to start med board or on somebody. You know, they need to, you know, get all the facts straight. They need to spend time looking at your records, and they need to validate the point that they wanna start med board on XYZ soldier for XYZ reasons. Sorry. So it will take time, guys. It will take time for you guys to, you know, for a doctor to give you a med board. They need to see you a couple times. You know, they, you know, sometimes for as long as a year, and then they, you know, and then you gotta have, they gotta have some proof. They cannot just say, oh, med board, because they know, you know, they gotta have some kind of check and balances. And I know not everyone gets, and not every doctor gets those check and balances, but hey, I am being blessed on having so many great physicians that took care of me, that really look at me as a patient and not just as another number, and they got me where I'm at right now. Anyway, guys, I think I give you a little bit. It's a 60 minutes. I want to do more videos for this. So if you want to hear more about this, just go to the comments below and let me know. Hey, Rick, let's talk more about this, and then talk to me about your experience, my experience, and I'll be able to do more videos before I release the 10 video series after I get out of the army, which I don't know when it's going to happen, but it looks like it's going to be like December. So if you have any other questions, any personal questions, let me know in the comments below. DM me, you know, RT365. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Gmail. Well, Gmail will be RickyTube365. I will put this on the description below, so you can email me any questions. And then if I don't get too overwhelmed, you know, if it's not too many people, then I kind of reply back to you through video. Okay, I will omit your name and X, Y, and Z, so you can see, because I don't want to just send some answers out there, and then the people come back at me and be like, oh no, you said this, and then I'm jacked up now. So that's the way it's gonna be. So anyway, guys, 17 minutes. Then this thing stays so long. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate what you do. If you're watching this, you know, you're probably serving or have served, so thank you for your service. And then I got to tell you guys, there's really lots of people that are going through shit, and nobody's acknowledging what they're going through. The only thing I got to tell you right now is, if you want to get better, guys, you have to stop. You need to start, you know, putting your willingness to get better. You cannot just get better by just, you know, saying fuck it, you know. So that's with that. And the other thing I want to tell you is, it's okay not to be okay. There's a stigma out there that chain of command tells you, your NCO tells you, your officer tell you, that not being okay is not okay. Guys, it's not like that. Not being okay is okay. Okay, it kind of sounds weird, but not being okay is okay. That's gonna be the title of this video. And then I want you guys to know that that, you know, every time you guys send me some questions, I think about it. I really think about it. I ask somebody else if I don't know the answer, and then I'm trying to get you the most correct information. 18 minutes, almost 19 minutes, guys. Sorry it took so long, but I want to acknowledge you as the viewer, as the subscriber, follower, whatever, you know, my OGs. You know, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Stay strong, keep on fighting, and do what you gotta do. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Bye.